Hey, it's Lisa Love with No Sweat Plus, and I have got one of my most requested recipes here for you today. I get a lot of people that ask about my smoked turkey greens, okay? And they're really vegan greens. They don't have any turkey in them, but they taste just like they have smoked turkey in them. So I'm gonna give you all my secrets today and show you what I do. All right. And I want you to also just take note that with this COVID out here right now, we're dealing with the Delta variant. Lambda's on the way. Y'all know I'm a master herbalist, and I believe that the best way that you can fight viruses, disease, illnesses is basically through your diet and your mental state of health and your spiritual life, okay? So eat well, all right? That will help to keep your immune system boosted up. So I like fresh vegetables, organic vegetables, you know, fresh aromatics. So start with good fresh stuff, okay? And get it on sale. You can go to the farmer's market or Whole Foods or wherever. So let's get started. I can't even find my olive oil. I'm a little embarrassed. Here it is. All right, so we're gonna start off with some olive oil or grapeseed oil, okay? And I'm gonna let my pan get hot, and then I'm gonna tell you what I have over here. So I just put just like a couple of tablespoons in this pan. Here's what I'm working with. Of course, you know, my fresh kale greens. You could also use collard greens. You could use a mix of kale and collard. You could use mustard, turnips, whatever you like, okay? And then I've got some red bell pepper, and use whatever kind of bell pepper you want, or leave it out if you don't like it. I have got, as you can see right here, some shallots. Okay, I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer. Hope I don't spill anything. Shallots, fresh garlic. I've got some chili peppers there, and then I've got some fresh chopped tomatoes. Put a few in and a few for the top. Liquid aminos, and then kosher salt, or sea salt, I think. I've also got some raw organic apple cider vinegar. And I also have a little homemade vegetable broth in here, okay? So I got my oil over here, heated up nicely, okay? And so in the oil, I'm gonna start off with just the shallots, okay? And a shallot is like a cross between garlic and onion. I love it. It's like a dual purpose type thing, but I love garlic. So we're gonna do the dark garlic in a minute, but not quite. Garlic will burn right quick. And so that's why I don't really like to put that in at the beginning. So we're gonna let the shallot kind of cook a little bit. And I don't like anything like really well done either, so my stuff is never cooked all the way. So this is a pretty quick recipe, okay? I'm a rough chop girl on most things. So now I'm throwing in that red bell pepper, okay? I didn't make it that small. And here's this pepper here. Use any kind of pepper you want. You can use a jalapeno if you want to. These peppers, I actually got them in Colorado. So I'm going to do a rough chop on these too, okay? Just a few of these tomatoes, not many, because I'm going to save most of those for the top. Now finally, the garlic, it goes in last. All right. Heat on those and get just a little bit of char, okay? And I like to go ahead and add my other seasonings like my salt, okay? I'm also cooking for health over here. I've been dealing with some kind of health issues trying to sneak in, but y'all know I can't have that, right? Just a little bit more of my olive oil here. And I got it looking like this, okay? And now I'm ready to pour in a couple of tablespoons of this vegetable broth, okay? I'm not gonna pour all of it in. And that is because the greens are gonna give me, they're gonna give me some juice too. And that's what's going in next, the greens, okay? So, nothing to it, just kind of throw them in, throw all of them in, and these are going to shrink. You know how greens do. You know, they shrink down. So this is going to be enough for maybe 2 servings for me. I'm just kind of working the greens down a little bit, and they're going to take care of themselves as far as reducing. right, so the other thing that I want to do at this particular point is add in my raw apple cider vinegar. This is going to give it a nice little taste. I'm going to do the liquid aminos in a minute. Now, I didn't really include this necessarily in the recipe, but I always like to do, I'm one of those girls that puts a little bit of sugar or honey in the greens to balance out some of that bitterness. And there's a lot of debate about that, but that's, my mom did that, so I do it. And I can tell the difference. I can tell when people don't do it. But you do what you want to do, okay? No right or wrong way to do it. And the only other thing I'm going to add in here right now is, see how those are cooking down? All right. Then I'm going to do just a little bit of onion powder, all right? And a little bit of garlic powder. That's just because I like that, okay? When I get finished with them, I'll probably add some red pepper to mine, okay? But I'm not the only person that's going to be eating this. All right, so I'm just mixing this around. I got it on high. I'm going to reduce it. Get all of these little vegetables coated. All right, so now that liquid aminos, here it is. And that's going to give it that nice, rich, smoked taste. And you can always add more. I like to cook mine in it. But that's really the secret. Oh, that smells just like, oh, smoked turkey already. And you can cook these as much or as little as you want. And I'm going to add a scotch more, maybe a tablespoon more of this vegetable broth. And it's so easy to make your own vegetable broth. Just keep your little leftover stuff that you have. Put it in a Ziploc bag, the frozen kind, that'll go in the freezer. And every time you get some, put it down there. When you get enough, you want to make a broth. That's how it looks, okay? So I'm going to let that cook for a couple more minutes, and I'm going to come back and see you, okay? Okay, y'all, I'm back with these smoked mock turkey greens, okay? Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Okay, so you saw how you see how they cook down, all right? Now, I only cook mine for about 6 minutes, but I do not care for a soggy type of green, okay? Let's go ahead and plate these. And the beautiful part about this recipe, though, is really, honestly, you can cook them as long as you want to or as little as you want to, okay? It's up to your individual taste, you know. I like to leave some nutritional content in mine. All right, I'm going to actually take these tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Kind of put them over the top, okay? Now, I'm not going to lie and say I couldn't eat all those, but these are going to be a shared type of situation. And I'm also a type of person, like, I don't like to have leftover stuff like this. I'd rather just make it fresh, even if I have them again tomorrow. And I do have some more kale greens. I'm not sure why that is, but I don't have an answer for you for that. Okay. I don't know. But here is how we're looking right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That look good? All right, so this is going to be my corner right here, okay? Get some tomato in there. A little pepper. Here we go. That's good. That is good. That tastes like there's some turkey up in there, okay? Smoked turkey. You're going to love it. You're going to be satisfied with it. You could top this with chow chow. You could make this a main dish by putting some couscous around it or some type of grain around it, some brown rice, quinoa, all right? Serve it as a side dish. And then it looks very Thanksgiving-ish like to me. I know, this is summertime. I know, but anyway, thought I'd throw that in. But look, just wanted to check in with you, and thanks for joining me again. You know, I'll be back soon. I'm back in effect. And let me know if you like the recipe.